All right, guys, so this is Seafood Rob here with JKDProcess.com. Please check us out, www.jkdprocess.com. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about really how to defend and some of the common mistakes that people make, especially if you're training at home. What we're doing on our YouTube channel is focusing on Jeet Kune Do training at home. Jeet Kune Do training at home or Jeet Kune Do training virtually online, because a lot of folks are doing that. I know you guys are watching JKD on YouTube and it's really, really bad, okay? It's bad. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to say it. So we're going to cover some of the common mistakes that I see on YouTube. And so all I got to do for inspiration is just watch JKD on YouTube. And it's really gives me inspiration for all my videos, because I can see all the stuff that, that we should be doing as a JKD community that we're really not doing. So anyway, let's talk about some defense here. So one thing that I see, well, really I don't see a lot on defense, because most people hitting is much more attractive. People like to punch and kick, and that's much more fun. But you need to be able to defend yourself as well. So what I want to talk about here is your boxing, kind of basic boxing defense with the hands, your center guard here, kind of peekaboo style. So on this is good. This is very common, but I don't really see it a lot. It's not really taught in JKD. So I see a lot of Poxy being taught. I see, and this is a whole nother topic here, is Poxy and how to do it properly. And this is not how you do Poxy. But yeah, so I see a lot of Poxy. I see a lot of trapping. And it looks fancy, it looks cool. They're just doing all this trapping, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend you guys. I know there's some Wing Chun guys out there. It's like, hey, he's offending me. Okay, just leave it in the comments. It helps the YouTube algorithm. If I offended you, please, appreciate it. But anyway, so we're going to work on our boxing defense. So here, what I want you guys to do is to keep your hands up nice and high, your guards up nice and high. But in addition to this, I want you to, again, shoulders are raised, chin is tucked. This is stuff you should already know, should already be doing. You need to train like a boxer. If you're doing JKD, you're a boxer, okay? That's just the bottom line. Boxing is incorporated in Jeet Kune Do. It's one of the three major arts that Bruce Lee pulled from in developing Jeet Kune Do. So you need to be able to box. If you can't box, you're not doing JKD. You can't do JKD if you can't box. So you got to be able to tuck your chin, keep your guard up here. What I'm doing is I have my hands up above my eyes, above my eyebrows here. So I'm using kind of the top of the knuckle here, quarter knuckle, the smaller knuckle here. I'm pressing it up here to my head. I also sometimes use my palms. It just depends. What's nice about the palms is that it keeps the wrist from bending. Sometimes if you have your quarter knuckle here, it's easy for the wrist to bend into your face if you're blocking and you're taking impact here. And sometimes that doesn't feel very good. So you can certainly put your palms up here and just rest your hands up here. I don't like to leave the fingers out or hands open like this. It's easy to get the fingers broken, so I do like to tuck them here. But you can certainly pull in here with the palms. And the biggest thing I want you to do is to suck everything in. What we do in the way I teach, is we have an active guard. Bruce Lee talked about having an offensive defense and a defensive offense. What that means is I'm not just defending in Jeet Kune Do. I'm not just taking it, okay? Because if I just take it, eventually I'm gonna get hit. But I wanna use my defense as an offense. So even though my guard is up here, I'm actually pressing in with my guard. I'm actually attacking with my guard here. I'm pressing forward, trying to smother his attack. I'm not just gonna be a dummy. I'm not just gonna be a heavy bag sitting here letting him wail on me. I'm gonna press in. Maybe I can get into my trapping. Maybe I can get into some grappling or clinching. Those things are possible, but I'm not just gonna stand here. You have to press forward. So in the process of doing that, I'm actually going to defend with my torso. So I'm not actually defending with my arms. I'm defending with my torso and my whole body. So in order to do that, I have to bring everything in. I have to suck everything in. So I'm raising my shoulders up. My elbows are sucking in. My wrist is sucking in. Everything is sucking in as I'm coming forward, as I'm pressing in. I suck everything in here. And this is how I'm actually defending. This should be common sense because other fighters teach this. So if you're watching Jeet Kune Do videos on YouTube, I'm gonna tell you right now, just stop. You're better off watching boxing videos, to be honest with you. If watch my videos, but otherwise, go watch some boxing videos or go watch some MMA or Muay Thai videos, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, I'm really hard on our community, but I love the Jeet Kune Do community, but there's not a lot of good stuff out there. So anyway, so I'm gonna place the hands up here. Make sure you can look between, make sure you can still see, right, between your guard. Make sure you're not covering your eyes so you can't see. So these are the most common mistakes that you want to be able to do. And it is important that your hands touch your forehead, touch the face here. If my hands are out here and my guard is up here, what's going to happen is when you take impact, you think your arm's going to stop a hard punch? Probably not. What's going to happen is you're going to hit yourself with your own hand. And if your eyes are lined up, you're gonna end up hitting yourself in the eye with your own fist or your fingers. So you wanna make sure everything's pressed in. You really are blocking, defending with your torso. So I'm actually sending my torso forward a little bit, especially if I'm stationary, certainly, but I also wanna use my footwork and press in a little bit until, ideally, I'm kind of trying to grab and tie him up. I don't want him to keep punching me. So typically I'm gonna try to tie him up and grab him in order to defend. This is always a temporary defense. You don't wanna stay here. Obviously, you wanna be able to hit and attack, but at the very least, you wanna be able to make this into an offensive tool for yourself. So keep that in mind. That's gonna be your basic peekaboo defense. Train that, work that on your own. Just get used to that, know how it should feel. And once you're here, be mindful of the rest of your body. Where's the rest of your body? Because what's gonna happen is once you come here, he's gonna shoot for your legs, right? He's gonna try to take you down. And so be mindful of what else is going on. He's not just punching you, but be looking for that shoot, that shot as well, as he tries to wrestle you down to the ground, or maybe he's gonna kick you or something else. So don't just be tunnel vision on the punching and staying right there. Be ready for whatever comes next. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Check out our next one happening right here, and we'll see you in the next video. Again, jkdprocess.com for more in-depth training. If you really wanna learn JKD from A to Z and learn it properly, all right, check us out.